Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Did you forget to hit the button?
I forgot to hit a lot of buttons.
There's
There's my timer.
There you go.
I need to figure out what the fuck is going on with my shit.
Smart move.
You know what I hate?
Everything.
Besides that.
Everything.
You know what I really get pissed off about?
What?
All week when someone advertises a big-ass fucking announcement, and you know for a fact, you know this person is going to make you suffer through all their fucking bullshit before they fucking tell you. That's not true! Thank you, Sheila, and hello, friends. Welcome to Pillow Talk with Beef and Lisa. My name is Beef. Alongside me, my lovely and talented co-host, and I guess I have to continuously say girlfriend. With 21 episodes, they should know what the fuck's going on right now.
I mean,
Lisa.
What's up?
Hello, Lisa.
Hello. How are you?
Shout out to all the YouTube viewers.
The one?
It's someone. Maybe it's Billy.
His name's not Billy. It's Bill.
Billiam.
Okay, I'll accept that. I'll accept that.
If we get enough followers, we actually get to have like the youtube.com/blur.
Blur.
But we have to get enough subscribers
Before
and
we can.
So you should go to facebook.com/beefandlisa where you can find the link to that on YouTube.
Blur.
And if you want to partake in the show,
You should partake.
if you're a podcaster, beefandlisa@gmail.com.
Woo woo. Send us an email.
Live people, we honest to God don't check the email enough
Yeah.
during the week,
Yeah.
but you can give it a try.
I mean, you should.
If you have access to her or I
Yeah, send it to us directly.
on through text or Facebook Messenger or something like that, you can totes do that.
You could TikTok me, yo.
Follow Lisa on TikTok at HHRLisa.
Woo woo.
I didn't make any Instagram posts this week.
It's terrible
It's pointless.
for you. It is.
I did almost stream my race today.
Well, why did you not?
It's a lot of effort, and I didn't have much time.
Whose fault is that?
Yours?
No.
You made me sleep for 9.5 hours.
First of all, you liked it,
Ma'am,
sir.
you made me go to sleep early.
No, that's not how that happened.
Yes, it is that.
We
That is
laid
how it
down
happened.
In bed, playing a game.
What
and
game?
Fell Little Alchemy 2.
Yep.
And we fell the fuck asleep.
Shout out to my daughter who introduced me to it. And then I introduced Lisa to it.
Well,
and
I mean,
now everyone we know is playing it.
To be fair, I have played something similar to it before. It's just,
But have you played Little Alchemy 2?
No. But it's good, though.
Somehow my microphone that never moved.
That's how that happens, generally speaking.
I also think that is credit to my daughter.
Probably.
Probably.
Can you do me a favor? Can
No.
you bring up the pop-up from the YouTube thing?
The chat?
Yeah, just in case.
Oh, Lord. There you go.
Yay.
Yay.
And then you can minimize the other one so you can keep watching the thing you like to watch.
The podcast, the actual,
Yeah,
like,
the
where we
audio.
get a lot more.
You want to fight?
I'll fight you.
July
17th. I'll fight your ass good.
You will.
Fuck her right in her pussy.
Hey, now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's going to happen.
I bet it is.
We will live stream it if we get one person during the month of May or June to subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/beefandlisa.
Dude, we're going to live stream it anyway. Shut up.
No, I have standards. Just like when we were on the way back from dinner tonight,
Uh-huh.
which I have heartburn, by the way.
Oh, that sucks. I don't.
I ate a lot of food, though.
I had a whole steak.
That's I had more food than you did.
I have GERD. Shut up.
I had more food than you did.
You did. You had a lot of dough.
I had a lot of dough.
That's what you get for getting pizza puffs and stromboli.
See, and that was the thing, because I thought it was going to be like a pizza roll.
No.
No, it was puffy bread with marinara sauce.
But it was delicious.
And nacho cheese.
But it was delicious.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Then
I'm just
shut
saying
up.
it wasn't what I ordered.
It is what you ordered. That's
not
exactly
what I thought I
ordered.
ordered.
You should have read the menu.
You know what you should do?
Yes.
Fuck her right in a pussy.
Exactly. Eat my fruit by the foot.
Not a big deal.
Yeah, you're extra. You're foot by the fucking yard at this point. Jesus Christ.
King size.
King size fruit by the foot is a yard. At least a yard.
66% longer.
Yes. That's 3 feet.
I know.
So get your facts straight.
I shall not.
That's 3 feet.
I only have 2 feet. And they have socks on.
Yes, they do. But I got her to take her socks off last night.
Shut up. No, that was
morning.
this morning.
Yeah. I was so happy with myself. I did so good.
I bet you were.
I am the man. I am awesome as fuck.
As fuck.
Yeah. Oh. That was fun. This is weird doing the show in person now. Last week sucked.
Why?
I was just staring at my TV.
So?
It sucked.
Well, maybe we can live or FaceTime next time. If we have to.
It doesn't matter. Like, we were doing...
It's a good show.
We'll let you in behind the curtain here. We were using Facebook Messenger
Yeah, I called
Call.
in a Facebook Messenger.
on my computer.
Mhm.
I don't have a webcam.
Oh, that's right.
Amongst the other things that I got to buy
Yeah.
in the next few weeks here.
Yeah, I mean, you should really get on that.
Yeah.
I mean,
See, I can't give away too much, or else people will figure it out.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want them to figure it out too soon.
Yeah. So, most embarrassing thing that happened to me this week. My friend, who has been seeing the same girl for a few months and off and on for a few more months, somehow on Sunday, or no, was it Thursday?
Yeah.
Yeah, Thursday. I somehow completely blanked on his girlfriend's name. And I used the wrong name.
Good job.
A name that belongs to the wife of another one of my friends.
Smart man.
Whoosh.
Bad
And I
idea.
sat there and I was like, oh shit, I've been calling her the wrong name for the last few months?
No.
He goes, no, just today. So I messaged Lisa and she goes, that's weird. I thought her name was this.
No, I
and I
always
was
knew her name
like-
was this.
Huh. So anyway,
Good job.
that was the most embarrassing thing that happened to me this week.
Very nice.
Miss Lisa, how was your week?
Boring. I had a lot of internet issues. At home.
You had a lot of internet issues.
Dude, I had, first of all, Monday, it went out for, an hour or two. And then Tuesday, it went out before I even clocked into work, and it would not come back. And then it came back on and off throughout the rest of the day. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm not going to work today.
Yeah.
Then I had a technician come out on Wednesday. Checked my lines. Everything seemed fine. He went outside, or he came inside, plugged in something to check the signal. Everything seemed fine. He went outside to double check the stuff. Not pipes. What was I going to say? Oh, cable. Haha, I can't brain. He went outside to check the cables and stuff, came back inside, and my modem had reset again. And he was like, nothing I did should have done that. And then it didn't want to come back. And it just didn't want to come back. And so he gave me a new modem.
Give me back my son!
And then the new modem wasn't getting good signal strength. So he had to go under my trailer and fuck around with my wire under my trailer. And I heard a screwdriver, not a screwdriver, like a drill. Like I heard things. I don't know what he was doing. And then he came back inside and he was like, it should be good now. I'm like, okay.
But was it?
No, because then on Thursday, I was out for 2 hours again.
I think one of your neighbors is fucking around with some shit.
Mm-mm. No, because on Thursday, it was the whole park.
Well, good.
I think it's funny as fuck, though. I always immediately, when my internet goes out, I go to my Trailer Parks Facebook group and check there because someone always posts about it.
I do that a lot, too, here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if the internet's slow, or if there's 3 different power sectors in this place
Mm-hmm.
that have nothing to do with the stages of construction here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in stage 1 that's been around for 15, 20 years. My parents are in stage 2 that's been around for 6 or 7. There's a stage 3 that's been around for about 3 or 4 now.
Mm-hmm.
But there's 4 fucking power stages. Stage 1 and 2 are on the same stage, and then half of 3 is on one side, half of 4 is on the other.
Nice.
And then there's like this little part up here by the office that's completely separate somehow. I don't know where they're getting their fucking power from.
I enjoy that when the power goes out in my trailer park. My side of the street and the other side of the street are on two different things. It's like I look across the street, I'm like, oh, they have power.
Yeah.
Why the fuck don't we?
Right?
The fuck? No, Consumers Energy, we have because all of the wires are underground, right?
Yeah.
In maybe January or February, we were having a lot of issues with our power.
Yeah.
They wanted to replace a lot of the
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, and they wanted to do it on, a day that was like set to be so fucking cold. And it would have taken the whole day, but during the day, mind you, not like at night or anything, just during the day. They would have had the power out to replace all of it, like to get it all done in one fell swoop. But people in my park complained for so hard to Consumers Energy. Like they're like, we'll do one, then we don't know when we'll be back to do the other one. Okay, so now we're just half the park's gonna have problems with their power now. Great, thanks,
Yeah.
Thanks park. You couldn't. They still did it in one. They had it done early enough that they probably could have did both of them that day, and it would have been an issue.
And the one half of the park would have had the power back on immediately. The other half didn't even have to have the power shut off.
Right?
Yeah. Here's the thing about the electric companies and the gas companies. When they do this kind of work in the middle of winter,
there's usually
it's an emergency.
Yeah.
They treat it as an emergency, even if it's scheduled maintenance. So they got everybody. Everybody.
Yeah, there was like 14 trucks in my park.
They got everyone there, and they're working as fast as possible to get everything turned back on. Because they understand that in the summertime, if we lose power, you know what? It's going to be 90 degrees. It was crispy today. We determined it was crispy. You thought it was extra crispy.
That was burnt.
I said it was a little crispy outside.
Just a little crispy.
But you know what? We would have survived if it was 90 degrees outside all day today.
I mean, yeah, we would have.
When it gets cold, that doesn't happen.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So they treat it like a fucking emergency.
Because
and they fix shit.
Yeah, yeah. And that's the thing. Like, why are you going to be mad at them for something that they've been trying to get done for like 10 years and haven't had the ability to do?
Because Karens run the fucking world.
Fucking assholes.
Fuck Karens.
With a stick.
Up their ass, no lube. Fuck that shit. Anyway.
Exactly. Exactly.
And?
I don't know. I need a nap.
You had one.
I had 2 today, technically.
And you slept for 10 hours.
It was like 9.
It was over 9.5.
No, wasn't we went to bed at like 1 and we woke up at like 9:30?
No, it was 12:30 when I stopped playing Little Alchemy 2.
Okay.
And it was 9:30 when I woke up.
Okay. So you
were asleep before that.
Okay, shut up. So we got sleep. We needed it.
You don't get to count the 5 minutes you were up shutting the lights off in the house.
We needed it. It was
trying to take my pants off.
First of all, you were in pants and you needed to be in jammies, so it was necessary.
An hour before she fell asleep, she even said, anything can be pajamas if you try hard enough.
I slept in my dress still, so.
Yep.
Well, it's a t-shirt dress. It's not like it's,
It's a nice dress.
It is nice. I like it. It has pockets.
It does.
So does this dress.
Who bought last night's dress for you?
You.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
Best boyfriend ever.
Best boyfriend ever.
Best dad ever, too. My daughter is a BTS fan.
Yes, she is.
And I created Dynamite in Little Alchemy, too. So I sent her the screenshot. And in the email, I put sha-na-na-na-na-na-na, hey, sha-na-na-na-na-na-na, hey, sha-na-na-na-na-na, hey, light it up like, and then
Dynamite.
the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Title of the email, best dad ever.
You are in tune with your child.
I know what she likes.
It's very nice.
She thought she lost her Chromebook charger.
It was here plugged in.
It was here plugged into the wall. Best part, every morning before we walk out, do you have your flute? Do you have your lunchbox? Do you have your Chromebook? And do you have your Chromebook charger?
Yes, Dad, I have everything I need.
Yes, she has everything she needs.
See, I don't leave half that shit to chance sometimes. Like, my son's tennis stuff,
Yeah.
I make sure it's in the backpack. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not getting a call at 3 o'clock. Mom, I don't have my tennis stuff. No, it's in there. Shut up.
Yeah.
Homie don't play these games.
No, homie does not.
I mean, thankfully I work from home, so I could do something about it, but you
Yeah.
homie don't.
No, but I have left for an hour and a half before to bring my daughter a coat. Because when we left the house, it was 55 degrees, and I didn't look at the hour by hour. All of a sudden, it was 37 and snowing, and I'm like, shit, she's got horse lessons, and I got the one winter coat. What I didn't know, the riding stable she rides at, the show area is heated, one, didn't know that. Two, it takes about 5 minutes, maybe 10, to lower down all the retractable plastic windows that go over the giant gaping holes in the in the riding area.
Oh, so she would have been fine.
So, yeah, it was like 55 degrees in there.
So she would have been fine.
It would have been too cold for the horses.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah, you don't... The horse...
It never occurred to me that,
Yeah, horses, like, not freezing.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
generally
was all right,
speaking.
though. I enjoyed being out of work for an hour and a half.
Right.
Driving home, taking a shit, picking up a coat, driving the coat out to drop off to my daughter, getting lunch, driving back.
There you go.
I like doing that stuff sometimes.
It's nice. That's why I didn't care too much about my internet going out a couple times, because it's like I took a nap.
Yeah.
I could have done more. Like I kick myself because, like, you know how Thursday night I was feeling all overwhelmed and ridiculous because I'm ridiculous.
Yeah.
Tuesday, if I had done even a modicum of actual work in the house, I would have been fine.
But did you self-care?
I slept so hard.
Yeah, so what does it matter?
I mean, still, it's a concept, though. Like,
It's not a big deal.
I should have done stuff. I always beat myself up over stupid shit like that.
I wouldn't beat yourself up over stupid shit like that if I was you.
Well...
But I'm different. I'm built different.
Built different. Yeah, speaking of being built different, me and my kids totally tried to crack eggs with our armpits, or not our elbow pits. Because there's a thing on TikTok.
Weenus?
No, the inside weenus.
Oh.
There's a thing on TikTok where a guy with like muscles, he puts an egg here and he can crack it because he's like, I'm built different. And then there's this skinny
Nice.
white bitch who, with very skinny arms, she did it too. She's like, I guess I'm built different. And so my son wanted to try it, so we totally went out to the yard with these eggs. But I don't know if maybe these eggs have been in my fridge too long. But like we even dropped them on the grass and they didn't break.
Oh, very good. Those are good eggs.
Those are some hard fucking like. Then we like I grabbed one. You can't with your hand like just like this crack an egg like with all your fingers.
Yeah.
You have to do it with points. Like
Yes.
you can't. But
Pointies.
I told my son, I was like, you also can't really do it like this either.
Yeah.
And then he tried it and it broke and it got all over him.
Good.
It was a good time. But
what
then
he gets for being gullible.
But then my daughter threw one on the ground like on my driveway, and I have egg currently on my driveway. I'm sure an animal will eat it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't care. But it was fun. We had
Hank
fun.
will show up.
It was a good time. Shut up.
We like Hank.
I know.
He
Shut up.
almost died.
Yeah, it was in my shower. It was not okay.
It was
No.
totally fine.
No, okay. So speaking of, this week, a bee got into my window.
It's not a big deal.
Was a big deal. Bee got into my window. There was a hole
So get your facts
in my
straight.
screen about the size of a quarter. And a bee came in my window when I was on break. Just flying around my ceiling. I screamed. I called my boss. I was like, Carol, I'm on break. I'm not sure when I'm going to be able to get back from break because currently there's a bee in my room and I'm freaking out and I don't know how to do it. And I was like hyperventilating. She's like, it's okay. Just do what you got to do. And so I opened up my bedroom door. I opened up my back door and opened up the screen door to my back door. I was like, come here, bee. And then it flew at me and I was like, ah, and I screamed.
Nice.
And then I did it again and it went right up and out. And I was like, oh, thank God. And I closed my window, or I closed my doors and I went back inside and I got some double-sided tape because I have like a bunch of double-sided tape from like the plastic that you put on windows.
Yeah. That you didn't put on
No,
any
I
windows.
fucking never do. Because it takes so much effort and I don't really fucking care.
Just pay the gas bill.
Yeah, I will. That's what I do. I just budget it out. Fuck it. So I took some double-sided tape and a piece of paper and I covered the hole. And then the next day, there was a spider on my blinds.
I said, give me a hell yeah.
I screamed and threw my headset. I was like, ah! And then I killed it. Well, then I tried to kill it and it fell on the ground and then I threw my paper towel on it and I stepped on it because I didn't have shoes on.
Why'd you kill Hank's friend?
I don't, because he almost touched me and that's not allowed. It's not allowed.
Spiders are our friends.
I
You know
didn't-
this, right?
I did not kill
Spiders are
Listen,
why
Linda, listen.
we don't have the bugs.
I didn't kill the spider in my bathroom. There was a spider in my shower. I didn't kill it. Okay.
Good.
I didn't.
You shouldn't.
I showered with it 5 separate times. It was still there. It's not there anymore. He ran away, I guess. Maybe he got annoyed with the water.
Maybe you killed him
I
in the
didn't
other
kill
part
him.
of the house.
No, it was totally different looking spider. The one that I killed on my window was like the one that you had in your bathroom today by your window, a little Hank looking thing. The one in my shower was more like a daddy long legs. So they're 2 different things.
Yeah.
So did not kill him in my bedroom. I mean, I didn't kill the one from my bathroom in my bedroom. No. So
We don't kill the spiders at all.
but I had
our
to. It
friends.
was there, and it was too close, and I couldn't. I had a panic attack. No panic.
We do not kill the spiders in this house.
Then tell the spiders not to come fucking near me.
They don't come fucking near you.
He did in my fucking house.
He was just looking for bugs.
No, he was too close.
He was walking up to you.
He was too
He
close.
said, "Ma'am, do you know where I can find a feast?"
No, he said, "Bish, get out my house," and I said, "This is my house, Bish."
You know what spiders are deep down inside?
Fat.
And they're just looking for food.
No, they need to stop looking for food near me.
But ma'am, he's just
No.
coming and asking for directions.
No, he's not. He's coming in saying, "Bitch, get out my house," and I can't do that.
Ma'am, he's
no.
just asking for
No,
directions.
no.
There's nothing
He's like,
wrong
I didn't
with
light
what
my
he's
house on
doing.
fire. Should have set it on fire. I would have set it on fire. Fire.
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
I don't know.
Fire. Fire? I like fire. Though. We had a fire last night.
We did have a fire last
It was
night.
very nice.
Production meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was good times. It was very warm.
It was about 80 degrees when we lit the fire. During dusk, just before nighttime.
Mm-hmm. It was good, though.
I have had my friend, and I call him my friend. I know he doesn't listen to the show. And there's no one that listens to the show that talks to him. Guarantee it 100%. My old friend Kyle Dewey Morales,
Kyle.
when I came back from being laid off a little over a year ago,
Gabe.
I needed some firewood. And he has a wood-burning stove in his house. So I was like, hey, Kyle, I just need like 3 or 4 pieces of wood for a fire. He goes, Beef, I got you. And then about 2 days later, he goes, hey, Beef, look in the trunk of your car. Because when I came back, I didn't get to work in the warehouse immediately.
No.
Even though I work in the warehouse normally. So I had to drive. I got back from my run. He's like, hey, Beef, look in the trunk of your car when you leave. And he kind of winked at me. And I opened the fucking trunk up. And I don't know how much wood you can put in the back of the Fiesta, but I know Kyle was trying.
Right? Gotta fill
There
that
was
shit
a
up.
shit ton of wood in there. I still have a bunch of it.
As you should.
So, but what I tried to do the first time I lit a fire, because I didn't really have anyone to light fires with. My daughter, who, like, summertime, it's pretty close to her bedtime when it's dark enough to light a fire.
Yeah.
So, we didn't light many fires. But there was this big piece of fucking wood. That piece of wood used to be bigger.
Oh, Lord.
I have burned that piece of wood a couple times.
It's pretty big.
But it has been in there since every time I've lit my fire pit since
July.
beginning of June last year.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
And it's been sitting in this fire pit since June, which means it sat outside uncovered all winter.
Rain, snow,
Rain, snow,
ice,
heat,
all of it.
just stays there. It burns a little bit. It gets a little crispy on one side. Doesn't go.
Yeah.
And I've told everyone last week about the pallets, the broken pieces of pallet.
Oh, you did?
That reminds me, I got a couple pieces that I got to bring home. They're by the office if anyone wants to help me out.
You should. There's nice burning wood.
I might just see if I can convince one of my friends with a bigger capacity vehicle to stop by with one of the 4 or 5 foot pallets that these freight companies try and stack tires on.
Well, you know.
Just bring 2 or 3 home. I have a hacksaw. I'll cut them up into 2-foot pieces so they'll actually fit in the fire pit.
And you could have done that last night, but you used your foot.
I tried to use my foot.
And it said no.
And the part I needed to press on was where the rusty-ass nail was. And I was like, fuck this shit. I ain't doing it.
No.
But anyway. So I was like, fuck it. I want to burn this fucker down. I want this fire so fucking hot, this wet-ass log.
Wet-ass.
It hasn't rained all week. It hasn't been dewy all week.
Yeah.
I want to burn this fucking log to crispy pieces.
Yes, you should.
And we did.
We did.
And it was fun.
It was fantastic.
And I started the fire on the first try.
Yes, you
and
did.
And it stayed lit all night.
Yes, it did. It was very nice. I did blow on it at the end, though.
You blew on the embers.
It was fun.
And in fact, there was just a tiny little bit of flame. If you'd blown from the other side, you might have got to spark one more time.
I just wanted to touch them.
Yeah, she's trying to touch she's trying to touch red-hot fucking embers.
I just want to touch them. It's like forbidden snacks. Have you ever gone to forbidden snacks on Reddit?
No.
God, I want to give... the forbidden snacks on Reddit are the best.
You're a forbidden snack.
No, I'm not.
I'm not allowed.
Not currently.
Yeah.
Fight me.
That's not true!
No, we can't fight.
July 17th. On Patreon, if we get one person to sign up.
Someone needs to sign up because we want to fight. Well, we're going to fight regardless.
I have a referee. I have a ring announcer. And I have a ticket salesperson. There will be no ticket charge. But I have one just in case.
Who?
Jimmy.
Oh. There you go.
He doesn't know it yet. I would laugh my ass off if he not only showed up, but showed up with his fucking camping trailer and all his family. and they did a tailgate outside of my
Dude, that would be fucking
trailer park.
hilarious.
They did a tailgate outside my trailer.
We should make some promo photos.
Nah.
Why not?
Not until we get patrons.
Just one patron. Come on, bitches.
$1, and you can do this.
Brittner.
No. We're not soliciting the work listeners. We got listeners in Australia. We got listeners in Belgium, apparently.
I mean, just the one.
Where did our listener in Australia go? I liked her. She knew who Garth Tander was.
She's still here.
She knows what a Holden is.
She's still here. I'm sure. It's 11 a.m. on Sunday for her right now.
Okay, cool. She should be awake by now. I was awake at 11 o'clock today.
Let me.
I was up and moving.
Let me see if I can message her.
I want to know. We haven't had a listener in a bit.
No, they don't like us.
Someone stopped watching. They suck.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We're fine.
It's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal.
Well, cool. Now I can bring this up full screen again. So my week.
Your week.
Fuck her right in her pussy.
My week was boring for the most part. I just delivered a fuck ton of tires.
How does that
My
feel?
coworkers are welcome. Kept the company moving.
Right, as one does. I got some payments.
Now, I will say this. The reason that I had to deliver a whole bunch of tires, I'm not 100%. Right now, we're being told the rubber shortage is manageable, which is cool. That's what I want to hear as someone employed in an industry that 100% revolves around there being an ample supply of fucking rubber trees.
Rubber
trees.
We like rubber.
Vulcanized rubber makes sure that I get paid. But we need to make sure that keep an eye on it. And if you're thinking you might need tires before wintertime,
do it.
Get them fucking now. Don't wait till winter, because we don't know how this shit's going to turn out.
So you're saying I should get my back tires done now?
You should get your back tires done soon.
Okay.
I know a place that'll do it.
I know a place too.
I know someone that will do it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm not paying for them.
That's fine.
I mean, I'll pay the money at the place.
Yeah.
But I'm not.
I know.
I can't pay for them.
I
will pay for them if
and
you
I'll
buy
pay
me
back.
that monitor.
Which one?
You know that really expensive one next to the "It's got pink in here" computer. That one.
Shut up.
I'll pay $160 for tires,
Mm-hmm.
and you pay $599 for a 27-inch curved monitor
Fuck you.
that runs at 144 hertz.
Fuck you.
I'm just saying. Fuck her right in her pussy.
We can work on this together.
I bet. I bet you can.
I bet you can.
I can do a lot of things.
I had a Facebook message.
Yeah, they're both for me.
Oh.
Ignore the first one. Go to the second one. It's forbidden snacks.
Forbidden Trident gum.
Yes.
No, I'm good. I got a show to do. I got other things to do.
I'm sure
I can't
you
just
do.
chill and look at TikTok all night.
I'm not looking at TikTok.
No, you're looking at Forbidden Snacks on Reddit.
Nope. Not even that.
Fine, you're looking at OnlyFans.
No, I should start that, though, so I can afford to buy you monitors.
Yeah, you should. Sell 10 pairs of socks.
Right, that's all I'll do is I'll be like, who wants to buy
You know
my
what?
socks?
I've got probably about $500 in used socks sitting on the floor in front of my dresser. We can just say they're from you.
No, because they'll want, like, pictures of my feet.
Well, you just put them on real quick. They'll never fucking know.
That's
Who
true.
gives a shit?
That's true. It is an idea. Like, it's very tempting to just be like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I will subscribe to my OnlyFans. You get pictures of my feet, and then if you choose to, you can spend $40 on a pair of socks that I have worn.
Yeah. And I'll send you my holy ass socks.
And
they'll never fucking know. Go fuck themselves if they complain about it. You're buying socks on the fucking internet.
Have you heard about?
Does your wife know?
Do you know who Belle Daphine is?
No.
She was I think she's a Twitch streamer. I don't know. She does a lot of like stupid videos, but like she has such a cult following. She sold her bathwater. People bought her bathwater. Like, it was supposedly her bathwater. You can't confirm or deny it was her bathwater. But fucking she sold out of her bathwater. Just like these little jars of bathwater. So gross.
Dude,
there's a market for fucking everything. Like, I mean, I'm saying I could sell my socks on OnlyFans and people would buy them.
You can sell my socks on OnlyFans with pictures of your feet.
I mean, I could probably sell these buttons. These are cute. Well, and the best part is, like, the whole system of doing it is, like, really awesome, too. Because I could even post on there, like, my Amazon wish list, and they could send me socks. And then... What?
I
get free socks. Free socks.
Here's the thing.
And then I sell those socks for money.
No kink shaming. You're right. No kink shaming. Until you start asking to buy fucking garbage.
Garbage!
What? Socks are garbage?
I mean...
But, I mean, they have intrinsic value to whoever likes feet.
Bathwater and
yeah, I mean,
socks
I'm not... I don't get it, but I could profit off of it.
I get it. People are gross as shit.
Yeah, no, they
they're
are
looking
for sure.
anything to fucking masturbate to.
I mean, or with. I mean, that's why the hole's in there, right?
Yeah. What was the line Beermacher used?
I don't know.
Fuck, man.
Good job.
He'll be coming back soon.
He better.
He is.
Good.
I'm gonna ask him.
As you should.
But I mean, I need someone to go back to whatever episode Socks is and explain and tell me what the line was because I've forgotten. Now it's been too long.
You could always go back and do it yourself. You're like, no.
No.
I have no desire.
I have no that's too much fucking effort. I already don't have enough time in the day because my girlfriend makes me sleep for 9 hours a day.
First of all, I didn't make you do shit.
Ma'am.
I did, however, make sure I set an alarm on my phone for 11:30 just to make sure we were up in time for your race.
I had alarm set for 10:30. We woke up an hour before those. In fact, it was about 2 minutes before the alarms went off, and I was doing my sportsbook betting.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw the little notification thing pop up in the little notification bar, and I was like, oh, shit, better turn my alarms off.
Good job.
Yeah.
Very proud.
Yeah.
It's good times.
So.
That's what we get for having 9 hours of sleep. We slept well.
Speaking of sleep.
Yes.
You. Took my watch off.
Why?
Good things happen when it's taken.
Stop
I'm just kidding.
Fuck her right in her pussy.
Stop that.
Anyway, I had an EEG.
Yes, you
on
did.
Thursday. So let's set it up for everyone.
I'm setting it up. Well, you set it up. I don't know what you're talking about.
When I was growing up, I would go off into La La Land a lot, daydreaming. And I'm still convinced I daydream.
Well, we all do.
But when I was 12, my fever got really high. And to be fair, I was sleeping, and it was the middle of the night. My parents had... I was a little sick, but I wasn't super sick. My parents had no reason to stay home. My parents went out to a party. My grandmother lived with us.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, my grandmother, who lived in the basement, heard a thud
Oh, no.
on the ceiling. And she was like, huh, that's not cool. I'm going to waddle upstairs and go figure out what it was.
I'm going to waddle upstairs.
And there's me flopping around like a fucking fish out of water.
You should not have done that.
I had a seizure.
That's not healthy.
I had a grand mal seizure.
Don't do that. Too late.
So I haven't had one of those since.
Good.
Which is nice.
It was probably fever-induced.
It might have been. But they made me run through the EEG process anyway. And one of the questions they asked was, does he daydream a lot? I daydream a lot. Yeah. I do daydream a lot. I slip off in the La La Land. Like, ooh-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Do-ra-la-la-la-la. I do that too.
If I have nothing else going on attentively, my mind and my imagination's creative enough, I can create scenarios in my head.
Mm-hmm.
So, I had one a few months ago where I was winning the U.S. National Disc Golf Championship.
Look at you.
I'm not ever going to be good enough to win that.
Oh, come on. You could
Unless
try.
everyone else in the world stops playing disc golf, and then they won't have the tournament at all. But anyway.
You're silly.
So they were like, well, he might have juvenile epilepsy. Nothing to worry about, unless he starts having more of them.
Mm-hmm.
Those could be absent seizures. It's not really harmful. As long as he doesn't have more grand mal seizures and doesn't start having jerks, nothing to worry about. I was about 17 or 18.
Mm-hmm.
17 or 18. You do the thing, you get that little bit of freedom. You stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning, but you still wake up at 8 because your family wants to go do shit.
Yes.
Never when I had to race, because my dad always said you gotta get 8 hours of sleep before you race because you need to be well rested for the day.
Smart.
And to be fair, we woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning, got dressed, took a shower. 9 o'clock we left. 10:30 we were at the racetrack.
Mm-hmm.
And we were at the racetrack until about midnight some nights.
Ooh.
So yeah, you needed 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, for sure.
Even now, if I had to go racing, I'd get 8 hours of sleep.
Smart move.
I get 8 hours of sleep before I go run a disc golf tournament.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I know. And you're outside all day, summertime, it's hot, blah blah blah, dehydrated. Anyway, I think that's where my love of drinking as much fluid as I can fucking consume came from.
Mm-hmm.
But and having to go piss every 20 minutes because of it.
Well, that's what you get.
17 or 18, I started having little jerks in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
But nothing serious. I'd get a little clumsy and I'd drop something, whatever. And they were like, well, this is JME. This is what we were talking about. It's coming back. We're going to put you on Depakote, and we're going to see how it works. The Depakote didn't really do anything.
Okay.
I still had my whole array of
issues.
My wide variance, and a lot of it was sleep-based, even when I was smoking. So when I was 20 or 19 or 20 and dropped out of college and whatever, they were like, well, can't get another refill. In fact, my mom went to go get a refill the day before they were going to take me off the insurance, and they gave her one pill.
Wow.
For a 180-day supply.
Because
I was going to lose my insurance the next day.
That's
back when if you weren't in college and you were over the age of 18, you didn't have health insurance anymore.
Yeah. Fucked up.
It's not a big deal.
So anyway, we were like, well, we'll see what happens. And to be fair, I never relapsed.
Mm-hmm.
Then, at least. I didn't have any issues. It wasn't a big deal. And then slowly over time, I've had these issues where I get really stressed out and I don't get enough sleep, and I progressively don't get enough sleep throughout the course of a few weeks, and I'm just exhausted. And I wake up in the morning, thankfully with nothing else to do.
Yeah.
After staying up late all night.
Yeah, because it usually...
The only reason I'm waking up early is because I want to do something or I have some sort of responsibility. And it's we never know when it's going to happen. It's just a slow build-up over time. But every 3 or 4 months, I wake up and I start having myoclonic jerks. And it's like, this isn't fucking fun.
Nope.
And there's a wide variance of them.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I have the myoclonic jerks for about a half an hour, and then they go away.
Yeah.
And I'm good for the rest of the day. Sometimes I have the myoclonic jerks, and they build up to the point where I'm fucking like flopping around and like
Don't remember
dropping
what day
shit.
it is.
No, hold on.
That's.
I'm getting there.
I'm listening.
And not necessarily falling on the floor, but definitely losing my balance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh shit, I need to go lay down. I go lay down for 1 hour. I wake up, they're gone. And everything's fine. Progress about my day.
As one does.
Yep. So a wide variance in there. And as I've gotten older, as I've acquired more stress in my life through being an older, responsible adult, not a
Fat garbage.
As one does.
There's an inside joke there. And Lisa's halfway torn between laughing and crying right now.
Shut up.
But anyway.
Fight you.
But, over time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things have gotten better.
Mm-hmm.
And, but we never know what's going to happen. And it always happens at the same point, It's within an hour of waking up, usually. And we don't know what level they're going to be at. But I've also just woken up, so I can't just go back to sleep. I have to be awake for a little bit until I can go back to sleep and take a nap, which is always the best part,
Yeah.
So, I had one on New Year's Day. Which was at the end of busy season. And it's not like Christmas weekend. I had all this time to relax. No, I had family shit to do.
3 separate parties and
Christmas is stressful as shit.
Yeah.
And then New Year's Eve, my daughter and I stayed up to midnight. And then I was like, I'm going to play some baseball now that I finally have some fucking free time to myself.
Right.
And I went to bed. And she woke up at her normal time. And she was like, yo, Dad, I'm hungry. And I woke up, and I'm like, and I had you coming over with your kids that day.
No, you guys were going to come over to my house that day.
we were going to come over. And we were going to come over early, too, and I think that's what might have triggered it. But instead, you decided to come over and make dinner.
Yes.
With your kids after I stopped having my jerks. And then all was well until Masters Sunday, which I was by myself. But you and I were up all night doing the podcast because you had your kids.
Yeah.
And then stressed out from working a lot of hours.
Yeah.
And being up late, getting up early. And had another bout. That bout wasn't necessarily so scary because I woke up and I was like, oh, what the fuck day is it? And where are you? And what the hell's going on?
Why haven't I seen you all weekend?
Because if I had just waited 5 more minutes, all of it would have came back to me.
Yeah.
And I'd have been like, oh, yeah, you just woke up from a nap. It's 2:00 in the afternoon. And it's completely pitch black in your room because it's cloudy in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
In April. So, beginning of April. It's still dark outside. So, anyway, but after that last one, and I've been asking my daughter to do a lot recently for herself to go get some tests done to help her out with ADD.
Yes.
And things like that. So it's hypocritical of me to say to her, you got to go get this shit done. But then at the same time, as her father say, but I'm not going to go take care of my shit that I know I really should go get taken care of.
Yes.
Figure out at least what's going on. Because if you look up the symptoms for myoclonic jerks, you and I went over this one day.
Yeah.
Brain cancer or at least a tumor in your brain.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be cancer, but some sort of growth
Yeah, there's
inside
so many
your
things that could cause
brain
it.
canal. Hypoglycemic, hyperglycemic, low potassium, bad diet, an array of epilepsy and seizure disorders.
Yeah.
All epilepsy means seizures of unknown cause.
Mm-hmm.
Seizure disorders, you have a known fucking cause.
Yeah.
I no longer have epilepsy, by the way.
Very nice.
This whole array of shit, and it's like, I should really know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
So I can figure out what's going on.
Yeah, so you could fix it if possible.
If I need to fix something, I should fix it now.
Yeah, like, sleeping.
Yeah, for 9 hours.
Yeah. You haven't had a single jerk all day? Do you know why? You slept for 9 hours. Winner.
There's no guarantee I would have had a single jerk today anyway.
Exactly.
So.
Just saying.
But I went, and I had an EEG done. The EEG process is fun.
I bet.
So what they do is they put 21 nodes on your skull.
Mm-hmm.
And they move your hair around, and they rub some sticky glue in it that looks kind of like cum, dried cum, when you get done with it.
Very
And
nice.
I've had 2 of these before.
Mm-hmm.
So, they hook you up to a machine, and then they're like, okay, your eyes have to be open when we start this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now close your eyes. Now open your eyes. Now close your eyes again. Now open your eyes again. Because your brain does different things when your eyes are open and closed.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then they take this motherfucking strobe light. And they put it about, and I'm holding about 1.5 feet off my face. And they're like, all right, we're going to start the light show. You're going to see some flashing lights. And this is a strobe light. If this thing was just on,
Mm-hmm.
it would light up the inside of Ford fucking Field all by itself.
Oh, I'm sure. Very bright.
It does not need a second one.
No.
And they turn it on, they turn it off, and then it goes through a cycle of blinking at different paces to figure out. And from what I can tell doing the research, it triggers different responses at the brain, operates things at different megahertz and things like that.
Does the things.
So, because it can test for certain seizure disorders that way.
Yeah.
Without actually ever triggering a seizure inside of you. Now, if I had phototonic seizures, I'd have been flailing around at that point, and there would have been no question.
Yeah.
The 2-hour nap that they had me do after that would have been, okay, cool, let's wait for your ride to get here.
Yeah.
By the way, you probably pissed yourself. And the lady goes, how do you feel? I was like, annoyed as shit. And she goes, why? I was like, I hate blinking lights. Our scanners at work operate on this white light that blinks a lot with a red dot and a line that's the barcode reader.
Yeah.
And UPC reader. That's how they go about capturing it. I'd say about 10 times a week I get flashed in the face with one of those by some inconsiderate motherfucker at my warehouse. And I love you all, but you guys gotta you guys shouldn't own guns if that's how you're gonna fucking carry around a gun.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, especially Black Jesus. He and my boss in the warehouse are the most common people to flash me in the fucking eyes, almost like they're fucking aiming the red dot at the bridge of my nose.
Well, you know,
where my glasses are.
It's where they read your barcode.
Apparently. So I was like, I just fucking annoyed, and I was explaining the story to her, and she got a good laugh. She's like, well, the good news is you didn't have a seizure during that. I was like, okay, cool. She's like, all right, so now what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go to sleep now.
All right.
And
that's why they don't want you to have any caffeine.
That's the other thing. The instructions for this. So on the same day, I set up 2 different appointments. I set up the one for my EEG, and I set up my physical, my annual physical, which is in June. And I'm taking a Friday off of work, because fuck y'all.
Fuck y'all.
So for the physical, A couple days before that, I have to go get blood drawn, which means I'm going to be in late, in case anyone's listening. They're not. I'll have to tell them. But when they want you to draw your blood, they want you to have no caffeine or no nicotine for 12 hours.
Yeah.
So guess what? My ass is going to be getting that shit done ASAP, 1 to 3 days before my day off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming in late.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting blood drawn. Because I ain't going to have no caffeine or no nicotine for 12 fucking hours.
Yeah.
I completely misread the instructions for my EEG.
Good job.
Because I thought it said no caffeine and nicotine for 8 hours. Turns out, actually, nicotine might be preventing me from having more seizures.
Smart move.
As he grabs his pack of cigarettes.
It's bad for your health.
And
there you go.
I know they heard that.
I heard that.
Good.
Good. Fight you.
Everyone listening to this podcast, smoke them if you got them right now
No,
during Beef
don't do
Story
that.
Time.
Don't do that. It's bad for your health. Nope.
But anyway, she packed my bags
Just
last night, pre-flight. 0 hour,
Shut up.
9 a.m.
I'm going to kick you.
And I'm going to be high as a kite by then.
Stop.
Anyway, I'm going to have to explain that to one of the younger listeners.
Good.
So I figured if I woke up at 6:30 to take my daughter to school, I could pound out a cigarette and slam a cup of soda real quick, and I'd be well within my time.
Yeah.
So I chiefed 2 cigarettes while pounding a Diet Mountain Dew, and we went to school.
Smart move.
And it was getting to be about 12:30,
And he was getting to be a bit
and I was
crazy.
getting to be a bit antsy.
I've had enough of that
I
shit.
did not have a headache.
Thank God.
That is important for me to know for later on in life if I ever decide to chill out in the caffeine drinking. I now know I cannot drink caffeine. I just don't want to not drink caffeine.
Well, yes. I mean,
So anyway, went and looked at the instructions. I was like, God. Like, I decided because I was bored at home.
doing nothing.
And I didn't want to play video games because, you know, that'd be my fucking luck is I'd have a seat, like some crazy shit would happen because I didn't know what was wrong.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I look at the instructions and it just says no caffeine for 8 hours. I took a screenshot of
You
it,
totally
sent
sent it
it
to me.
everyone I'd been venting to all day about not having a cigarette or fucking soda,
Yeah.
and chain smoked about 4 fucking cigarettes. Kind of like I do when I do the show.
Well.
So we're in the EEG room. She gets done flashing the fucking strobe light.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, the light over the little sink they have in all the rooms, you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's the only light on. And she goes, okay, I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to shut the monitor off. I'm going to give you this little thing here. This thing marks parts of your test. If you feel yourself having any jerks, make sure you press it. It doesn't matter if you press it immediately. After, it just marks things for us to go look at the tape.
Yeah.
But don't worry, we'll review every
inch of it,
millisecond.
yeah.
We'll review every millisecond of this to look at brain activity.
As one does.
Now, mind you, I got there. I went pee after I checked in. I went pee before I laid down on the toilet, or before I laid down on the table. That was within 30 minutes. She shuts the lights off. I'm a little tired. I could take a nap at 2:30. They got a little fan running, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool in there. They gave me this hospital blanket, which I appreciate the blanket. It was nice to cover up. But I had my wallet in my back pocket, and I had my phone, and I had my cigarettes on me, and I didn't think take all this stuff out.
Yeah.
But that's for later. And I laid down, and I slept for about 35 minutes. That's a good nap for me.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, I'm getting 6 hours of sleep at night normally. So I take a 30-minute nap. And I wake up, and I have to piss. I am gonna fucking explode.
So silly.
Here's the problem. There's no quick disconnect, and there's no nurse call button. They do have an infrared camera in there, and they are monitoring you in case you do have a seizure or something else like that they can come in.
Yeah.
There's a camera in there in part to treat you, but also in part to make sure that if there's a medical emergency, they can come help you.
Yes, as one should.
But for the most part, they leave you alone, and you're hooked up to this machine anyway, so you can't move. So I had to sit there with exploding fucking bladder pains for an hour and a half, trying to sleep. It did not work.
Well, no, that's unhealthy.
So they send me the results last night, and it says, test abnormal. Patient was in and out of a lot of sleep cycles.
I wonder why.
So we couldn't get an accurate read on things. The sleep cycles, because it's dark, so it's an infrared camera, so they actually can't see high detail, is me opening and closing my eyes, trying to fall back asleep, realizing I have to piss.
So bad.
I'm going to piss myself. So I start, and to be fair, the technician or whatever it was that did my test, Diane, she's fucking badass. She walks in the room. She told me, okay, it's 3:03. You need to sleep. We're going to be doing the sleep part for 2 hours. So after about, it felt like, I was like, okay, it's either been 30 minutes or it's been an hour.
Yeah.
You know, because you don't know how long you slept for.
Yeah.
And I look at my phone, it had been an hour and 10 minutes. I was like, okay, good. You know, like, I only got to hold it for 50 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. And I looked at my phone. It was 4:59, and I was like, oh, thank God. I'm going to be able to go pee in 5 minutes. We'll be all right.
Yeah.
And she came in. She turns the lights on. She's like, she's like, I'm sorry, there's no dimmer. You know, they really should put a dimmer in these rooms. And I agree with her, you know.
Well, yeah.
But
'cause
whatever. They just
painful.
turned the lights on. Hey, I've been awake for the last hour and a half trying to go piss. She's like, how are you feeling? I was like, I feel great. I really have to go pee, though. Because they give you a little cotton bandage wrap so that they try and wrap everything tight so the nodes don't pull off your head.
Yeah.
Because you're sleeping, so you're going to move around. It's supposed to be involuntary when you're sleeping.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you sleep.
And if one node comes off, the whole test is invalidated.
That's terrible.
So they make sure to put that shit on tight.
Yeah.
This woman works so fucking quick. We were unhooked in about a minute and a half.
Very nice.
And then I spent twice that long. I swear, twice that long pissing.
Have you thought about getting your prostate checked?
So,
Just throwing it
ma'am.
out there, Mrs. Durr. I have to pee a lot.
So the fun thing is,
You're like, no, it's just because I drink far too much liquid.
I do drink far too much liquid.
So you're
Also,
really hydrated.
overhydration could cause epilepsy or seizures. That was another thing I wanted to make sure. But here's the fun part. Because it's been hot and I've been able to sweat, I don't pee as much now, suddenly. And when I do pee, it's yellow. Go figure.
Well, look at that.
Huh. But anyway,
So
so I
proud.
don't think it's my prostate.
Okay.
I think it's that I have to go pee a lot because before I went in there between 12:30 and 2:30, I drank 3 of those pint bottles of water.
Well, that's a lot.
And I had one in the room with me.
You should not do that.
I should not do that.
Maybe one.
But
an
I
hour.
was thirsty.
You're always thirsty.
No, you're always thirsty.
Hey,
I just want to drink.
Fuck her right in her pussy.
I mean, I am thirsty.
But anyway. So as we finish up this cigarette here during Beef Story Time.
Thank you for joining us. Story hour.
So I had no caffeine.
Mm-hmm.
And Spectrum Health is where I went, Butterworth campus.
Mm-hmm.
Years ago, there used to be a Burger King across the street.
It's not there no more.
It's not there no more. It's the building that I was in. But thankfully, inside of that building, there was a Qdoba,
Ooh.
a Zoop,
Ooh.
and a Starbucks.
Yay. Coffee.
And I had not quite texted my dad yet that I was ready to come home.
Mm-hmm.
Because I made sure, like, people are like, you know, sometimes you're really irresponsible about the whole seizure thing, and your life's not going to end if you lose your license for 6 months till you get your seizure. I'm gonna fuck you, asshole. Anyway,
Right.
point being, I was responsible. If I had a seizure, I sure as fuck wasn't going to be able to drive home.
Yeah, no.
I didn't have a seizure during the test.
Good job.
She did actually say, you didn't have a seizure during the test. Because I guess there was some sort of alarm.
Yeah.
You know. So she's like, do you have a parking ticket you need validated? And I was like, no.
Was not driving.
I wasn't driving. So I was like, I haven't called my dad yet. I only gave him a rough baseline of when I would be done between 5 and 5:30, you know.
Yeah.
And there's no place for him to park except for the parking garage because it's downtown Grand Rapids. So I still had to text him and be like, hey, I'll be out in a minute. So I was like, fuck it. I'm going to Starbucks because they have caffeine.
They have caffeine.
And then later on that night, because I confirmed it was okay for me to drive, I went to Qdoba and got myself dinner.
Very nice. And
I ate half of my Qdoba when it was 86 degrees outside in the beating sun in my black car in the Meijer parking lot next to the Qdoba I bought it.
Nice.
And then I drove to where I had to go pick my daughter up, and I ate the other half of my Qdoba quesadilla with ground beef and chicken.
Very nice.
So it was falling apart at the seams.
As one
when
does.
it was 85 degrees outside in the middle of a parking lot, sun beating down at a place that used to be a D&W.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
You should stop that.
It was a good day, though.
Yeah, I mean, good times.
Speaking of drinks,
You should go make one.
I have to go get a drink.
There, you should do that. I don't know what to talk about while you're gone, though. I have nothing to talk about. I don't have any fun stuff to talk about.
Give me back my son!
Your son is a world-class tennis player now.
He's not a world-class tennis player. He has had 4 matches, and he's 2-2. He won his first 2, lost his second 2, which is fine. Speaking of, he wanted me to come pick him up from his tennis match on Thursday, because his tennis match on Thursday was in Grand Haven, and it was fine. I didn't know when they were going to get back. So when my daughter came home and I got out of work, we went over to his school, and we just waited there for a little bit. They'll show up eventually. The tennis thing started at, I think because Grand Haven got out of school later than my school. It didn't start till 4:15, 4:30. I was, just waiting, chilling. And then at 5:45, 6, was it 6:10-ish, my son calls me from his friend's phone on the team. And he's like, Mom, it's hot. Can you come pick me up? And I'm like, that's in Grand Haven. That's a minute. That's a drive. How long do you have left on your meet? I don't know. Well, is it going to be 40 minutes or is it going to be 30 minutes? I need to know because I'm not going to make it out there in time for you to be done. And he's like, I don't know, Mom. But can you come get me? I'm tired and hot. I'm like,
suck it up, boy.
I was like, fine. So I start heading out towards Grand Haven, right? I get all the way out to 31.
Fuck.
I'm on 31, and he calls me. We've just finished up. We're on the bus.
Fuck that. Get your ass off the bus, kid.
So me and Sophie turned around and came back, waited in the parking lot. To be fair, though, it was fine, because I was hot, and my car has air conditioning, and we were just driving around. I like to go on drives. I enjoy driving, and I had my music. No, I do. I like driving. I enjoyed, I had my music up.
With air conditioning.
I do. I enjoyed having my music up, and I was just bopping along, just having a good time. And Sophie wasn't bothering me or anything. She was just chilling. Yeah. And then went back, waited at the school for a little bit, picked him up, went to the store, had to get a card for my mom's birthday because she's 70 now.
Woo!
Old lady.
I said, give me a hell yeah!
Hell yeah!
Nice old lady.
She is a very nice old lady. I got her a $50 gift card to Texas Roadhouse.
Nice.
Which, when I dropped it off yesterday, I told my parents about the ducks that were there, and then if you want to see them, they're on my TikTok. And then they were going there for dinner, and my dad called me. He was like, the ducks are still here. I'm like, good job.
Good.
Very fun. But my mom was like, you didn't have to get me that. I'm like, I know, Mom, but it's your birthday. I also got her, I spoke with a woman at my job.
Ooh.
Not she was a consumer, someone we called in regards to her owing money. Her and I, we were talking about her debt, and we got on the subject of COVID because she had mentioned she had COVID, and I was like, oh, my mom had it too back in October. And she was talking, the woman I was speaking with was talking about how she's in these long haul, COVID side effect groups, how it's still affecting them even after they've been released and are no longer positive and stuff. And she was like, is your mom losing her hair? And I was like, how the fuck did you know? She's like, fun story, me too. And so she gave me,
maybe I didn't have COVID.
Well, not
I
everyone.
still have a full head of hair.
Not everyone loses their hair, okay? Like, it's not, but because, like, people who have long-term effects, because my mom has COPD and AFib, she, COVID hit her a lot harder than it would hit, like, you or I. Maybe not you, but me.
Hits hard.
It hits hard. But, so, like, my mom is losing her hair, but the way the lady explained it to me and how, I guess he was either worded to her by her doctor or something, it's sort of like when you have cancer and you're getting chemotherapy and stuff, your body is trying to protect your organs. So it takes all of the unnecessary processes your body has and sort of shuts them down to protect your organs.
Yeah.
So your hair, your nails, things like that, things that are just accessories and aren't needed to keep you alive, they take your nutrients from that to help, make sure your lungs and your stuff is. What are you shaking your head at?
Derby professional razor blades.
Oh, yes. Forbidden trident gum. But it's what is it? Oh, it's sort of like that. So your body is not giving. Why are you pushing the buttons?
I didn't even try to push the buttons.
You did. Your body is trying to save itself. So it's taking it from, like, so my mom's losing her hair. And she was like, well, this is what my doctor told me to do. And she gave me a couple different types of vitamins that she's taking that she feels has helped her hair come back a little bit. So I sent that to I wrote it all down. I have it on a Post-it note in my room. And I texted it to my mom. I'm like, hey, Mom, this is a list of stuff that someone had told me of, what might help you in your hair. A lot of it's like biotin. And then like one of them's a prenatal vitamin that has folate and DHA because that helps build that stuff. And so when I went to the store on Thursday, I picked up my mom one of those types, one of the vitamins. They didn't have both, but the one I picked up for her did have folate in it. It's like a extra strength hair, skin, and nails one. And then I found a bottle of DHA on sale, so I bought her that too.
Very good.
I was like, here you go.
Very nice.
Here's take some more. And so I brought it to her. I'm like, my mom's, how do I word this right? My mom's a very proud woman. And
yes, she is.
Losing her hair it like hits her hard. Like, she doesn't want to go to things because she's afraid of what people will see and think of her because she's losing her hair. I mean, when I go to her house to wash her hair every couple weeks because it's hard for her. And when I'm doing that, like, she's sitting on her toilet with her holding up a bucket and I'm washing her hair. And the last time I did it, like, large clumps of hair were coming out. I didn't tell her about it. Washed it down her drain. She didn't need to know. I mean, she can fucking see it, but
yeah.
But I can see what's coming out of her head. And it's like, I want to help her get to a point where she's feeling comfortable with herself again. Because, like I said, she's a proud woman. She doesn't want to go out in public with half of her hair falling out. Like,
yeah.
And that's hard. I know it's stupid. Like, I had this discussion with my brother. He was like, why does it matter? It shouldn't matter. Like, yeah, but you're a guy. You could be bald and people will still find you sexy. It's not that.
Men shave their head for the hell of it.
Exactly. And I mean, don't get me wrong. Lots of women nowadays.
Shout out Cole.
Lots of women nowadays are doing that. Like,
and Brittner.
I definitely seen a lot of women, especially on like TikTok, who are like, if you don't shave your head, you can never, when you're old, say, I shaved my head. And don't get me wrong, I'm never going to do it because, like, I'm not that type of person. But
no, I like the sex bangs.
Shut up. There's lots of women who I've seen do this, rock that sexy, like, buzz cut look, like the G.I. Jane, V for Vendetta look. Like, it's hot on them, and that's great. But my mom is not one of those people. She's fucking 70. She's not about to be like,
yeah,
look at that. No, it's not. And yeah. She wants to have her hair. She likes to have her hair. She dyes it. She has ways she wears it. And I want her to be able to feel comfortable still, but she can't if, half of her hair is missing. So it sucks, but
it does suck.
It is what it is.
But anyway, her birthday.
Oh, yeah, it was good. It was yesterday. But she She's a whole year older now.
Very nice.
Now both my parents are in their 70s.
She's extra nice.
No. She's still my mom. She's
69
still
plus 1. Extra nice.
Shut up. But, you know, it is what it is. I want to help her get back to feeling comfortable, so we'll see. Since none of them listen to this, my brother and I were talking about he wants to go to a cruise this November.
I am not going.
I know. I'm aware. It's fine. I'll go without you.
Do we need to explain my control issues?
He doesn't like being on a boat.
I don't
Flying.
mind being on a boat. 2019 Independence Day weekend.
You were on a boat.
I was on a boat.
You don't like being on a boat farther away from shore than you can swim.
Yes.
That's it.
I was on a pontoon with some coworkers. We were drinking beer and having a good time.
Oh, you fell off the boat.
No, we jumped off the boat intentionally to go swimming in the deepest part of the fucking lake. A very private lake up in Nuevo. Because my bro's mom has a home. A summertime home.
Yeah.
And a vacation home with a she shed.
Ooh, she sheds.
Yes.
Nice.
And a very nice fire pit. That's where I learned my fire master techniques.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I was doing donuts in the pontoon.
Yeah, but
burning that
but
shit
you don't
up.
want to go on a cruise where there's going to be you could go swimming on a boat in the water.
I'm not navigating the boat. I can't do donuts in it. And if I fall over the edge, I can't swim that far.
You'll be fine.
No, I won't.
I understand. Fine. I will. But me and my brother were talking. He was like,
"Ma'am, I love going to Mackinac Island.
You still don't like the ferry ride, I know.
But I have to remind myself I have to sit next to the life preservers on the ferry."
You're so silly. But my brother and I were talking. My dad has gotten into YouTube because he has a Fire Stick and he can watch YouTube on his Fire Stick.
I've watched YouTube with your dad.
It's fun. It's funny.
He watches. There are people in this world that will mount a GoPro or like device on top of their RV and drive down the road and record for a couple hours.
Yep. Or their dash cam or
yeah.
And my
they'll
dad loves
post
that
it to
shit.
YouTube.
Yeah, my dad fucking loves it. My dad loves watching travel type shows, but he's been watching a lot of cruise stuff, so he's been talking to my brother about these cruise liners and my brother's like pretty loyal to Royal Caribbean. Like that's the one he's gone on cruises before. I don't know, whatever. It's expensive, bitches. But
must be an East kid.
No, this is a fun story. He graduated from Lee. But my dad keeps talking about these liners that are like 10 times the size of a Royal Caribbean thing, like these giant huge things, and my brother's like, that's not what I want to do. But my dad keeps talking about it, and my brother's like, he called me and he was like, so what if I go on a cruise in November? I'm thinking about maybe inviting mom and dad, see if they want to go, and he didn't want to say like a last hurrah because they're in their fucking 70s, like but whether or not they go is not, they probably won't because
they need a passport for one.
Well, they can get passports in that time. I have a passport. That's not an issue for me, but
because you dated a Canadian.
Shut up. The thing is like because my mom's proud, she probably doesn't want to have to, be stuck behind people trying to get on or have people. She feels weird like having people stuck behind her if she's like trying to get up and down stairs.
Yeah.
So like getting on a cruise liner might be a thing for her. Like she's uncomfortable doing it, but ma'am, I'll just put your ass in a wheelchair. We'll roll you on. I don't fucking care.
We'll get you an electric one if you want to push yourself.
Right? She has one, but it only has 3 wheels, so she tips over easy.
Yeah, we gotta get her a 4-wheeler.
Right? But my brother and I were talking, and he was like, I could invite them, and I just wanted to run it by you if you wanted to go. And like, I guess there's like a deal going on with Royal Caribbean right now, where like you pay $100 per person up front.
Yeah.
And then you can pay it off before your cruise. So I could pay, $100 a month between here and November and have a cruise.
Go.
Which is
You should.
I've never been on a cruise. And then I feel bad for like not bringing my kids cuz my brother's bringing his kids.
Fuck that.
But I also am like,
you're going to have to go swim one of them out of the fucking ocean.
And as much as I love my children, like I don't want to, like I would love a vacation without them.
You deserve a vacation.
I do. But I'm still contemplating it. But it was nice of my brother to include me. It was nice of my brother to include me because I sometimes I feel left out because like I'm a broke bitch. Broke, and my brother's not. He's got money. They go camping every year. He's got a.
Hold on. We're gonna say this. Her brother works a working class job, and so does his wife.
For the most part.
But the wife's family.
Yeah, the wife's family is pretty loaded.
Has the other half money.
They have, they're loaded. Like they've gone to, her side of the family has paid for a trip of where
they are probably Dutch mafia.
No, they're Italian.
Or they're just mafia.
Of like 30,
no wonder you made us go to Uccello's tonight.
Shut up. $35,000 I think was the trip they took one time. Like it was like at least a dozen adults and their children.
They are not leaving anything for when they die.
No, that's the thing. They still can leave shit for when they die. But the concept is that
you should have married into that family.
No, ew.
Instead of dating my broke ass.
No, they're horrible people. But the concept, no, they're not horrible. Like my sister-in-law is great, but
oh no, I didn't say anything against that. I mean, her one daughter bought a dress because it had pockets because Aunt Lisa buys dresses with pockets.
Yeah. That's how that works.
Yeah.
But I generally feel left out. Like, and my brother, you say my brother works a working class job, but he's worked the same, almost practically the same job since he with the same company since he was 15.
Yeah.
So it's not the same.
Well, I mean, I've been with this company for 8 years.
Yeah.
And I could be with this company for the next 30.
Yeah.
As long as I don't
fuck up,
yell at the wrong person at the wrong time.
No, but
as long as people do their jobs where I work, I'm fine. I know you're listening, one person.
But the concept is like I don't generally get, a lot of it is like my former husband was a big issue too, because he did not get along with, well, my family did not necessarily like him, especially towards the end. So they stopped inviting us to stuff.
Anyone that likes him.
Oh, shut up. But so it was nice to be included in that. That was a great day. Well, what day was that? That was Thursday night, right?
Yeah.
Thursday night. Because after
Wednesday night.
Was it Wednesday night?
Wednesday night. Yeah.
That Wednesday does seem accurate.
Yeah.
But
not everything this week happened on Thursday.
But it was, it was nice to be included, and it's great to think about, like, I could go on a cruise and I could go enjoy hanging out with my brother and his wife and their family and spend some time with my nieces and have that, connection that I've never really had because I don't do a whole lot with people.
Yeah. Because
for the first time in my life, I actually have money.
Yeah.
I have more money right now than I've had in the past 5 fucking years.
Yeah.
And you want to know why I think that is?
Why?
I was talking with my mom about it. My former boyfriend, who is an asshole, I always felt like he lorded it over my head how I was always so broke. And he always tried to control how I spent my money. Like, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. So I feel like I always overspent to spite him.
Yeah.
Like, it was sort of like revenge.
Yeah.
And now that and don't get me wrong, I realize that the stimulus money and my taxes helped a lot in getting me where I am.
Yeah.
But I'm not spending it all. Like, I'm not out here, like, dropping $8,000 on some shit for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
Whereas in the past, I've been like, well, I'm going to get this, I'm going to get this, and I'm going to get this. I've still been, a little bit indulgent. I've gone out, we go out to McDonald's once in a while. I fucking spent more money on my son for sports this past year than ever before.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think I'm in a place where I'm at mentally where I'm just healthier with my money. Yes, I want X, Y, and Z, and yes, I want to do these things, but it's like, nope, I'm just going to enjoy spending $5 on a game on my phone and sit at home instead of, fucking around. And I have more money now than I ever have, and I feel great about it.
Yeah.
I am so happy. It's your fault too. You make me happy.
Well, it's tough shit. Sucks to be you, I guess.
Shut up! I said you make me happy.
You said it was my fault. Tough shit. Sucks to be you, I guess.
I'm gonna kick you.
What am I supposed to fucking say to
Nothing.
that? I mean, so I've noticed this too a little bit, and I noticed this with my friends too. A friend of mine who might be listening to the show. He and I have a rule still to this day. I did not ask if you could afford to go to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I asked if you wanted to go have a drink.
Yeah.
Because between the two of us, we couldn't afford a pot to fucking piss in.
Yeah.
There was a time in my life as a father, single man, moved out of my parents' house because I had to move back. I had to move into my parents' house because that was the first place I could find immediate, place to live. My daughter had to have insurance. And I had insurance, so I helped pay for my daughter's insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And then her mom got much better insurance for significantly cheaper. So we went with that plan, and everything was good. So anyway, but half my paycheck every week was going to make sure my 2-year-old daughter had health insurance.
Yeah, for sure.
Which she needs.
Yeah.
So actually half of my paycheck every 2 weeks. So 1 week worth of pay. 2 weeks worth of pay.
Jesus.
Health insurance is fucking crazy expensive.
Fuck that
Anyway. Sometimes. So anyway, I was like, I got moved in with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
I worked a couple weeks of super hardcore overtime at a job that didn't really provide overtime.
Mm-hmm.
And my boss worked it out so I'd get some overtime
Yeah.
when I moved out. And even though I'm really good with budgeting, I didn't have any kind of backup plan or safety plan or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like I had a shit ton of fucking money to spend to save up when I was living at my parents' house, but when you're, 25, you don't want to live with your parents.
No, fuck no. I was 27 when I had to move back home. Fuck that shit.
Yeah. So I moved out and I had to move right back in. And that second time when I moved in, and that whole time I didn't live with my parents, or that whole year I didn't live with my parents, and when I had to move back in for about a year and a half, between he and I, we couldn't afford a pot to piss in.
Mm-hmm.
But if one of us had extra money, fuck it, let's go do something.
Yeah.
Let's go to the bar, and he would get a vodka and Red Bull,
Mm-hmm.
and then his second round would be just the vodka, no Red Bull, because he would make sure to only use half a can of Red Bull in his vodka. I get 2 rum and cokes, and we'd sip on those for about 4 hours.
Yeah. Make it last.
We were fucking high on the fucking hog, man, when we could go out and drink like that. One time we went to a concert.
Oh, shit.
But being poor,
Mm-hmm.
not having anything, when you start to get something, at first you start spending money on everything.
Yeah.
You're like, I got fucking money.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy this. I'm going to buy that.
Look at these shoes.
I got fucking this and that. I got laid off last March.
Mm-hmm.
I just filed my taxes. And I no longer, I know I'm comfortable enough working. The lights are going to stay on. Heater AC is going to be running depending on which one I need.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to, I'm not like the rest of the people that I know that have a kid and a huge tax break. They're going to go file their taxes January fucking 1st.
Yeah.
Before they even get their W-2.
Yeah.
I'm not that person anymore. I filed my taxes a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
I got the tax return this week.
Good job.
That money's all allocated to my bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I know I'm comfortable enough.
Mm-hmm.
When I had a little bit of extra money, when I was laid off and I realized I'm making more staying home.
Yeah.
And there's a stimulus and everything else. I built a computer.
Mm-hmm.
I bought some other things around this house that I don't really know what the fuck they are,
Yeah, you've done stuff, but it's not...
I got the money, and then I was like, okay, now I'm back to work. Bills are paid.
Yep.
We're all current. The credit cards aren't paid off, but they're current, and I put quite a bit towards them every month still.
There you go.
It's like, okay, cool. Now I'm going to save.
Yeah.
Because I want to save.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to either make a big purchase or I want to have a very excessive rainy day fund in case, I don't know. My bathroom goes all to fucking hell because the wax ring broke on my toilet. I had $250 that I got between my birthday and Christmas in December.
Mm-hmm.
And I just spent them when I bought the pedals for my sim rig.
Very nice.
And my mom goes, spend that money. That's not for a rainy day fund. That's your Christmas present.
Yeah.
So I was very, very thoughtful about how I spent them. And I was like, look, I need something during the summertime when I got a whole bunch of shit going on to keep me motivated on running races online. Because I can go play disc golf. I can go play regular golf. I can do things with you. I can do things with Audrina.
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of money invested in iRacing. I have a whole bunch of money invested in the computer. And Pillow Talk is not necessarily something. I used to do the Beef Show podcast on the laptop on the other side of my room.
Mm-hmm.
That I still watch YouTube videos on when I eat dinner by myself.
Good job.
Even though I got this TV over here. That is hooked up to the internet on an Ethernet cable.
Good job. Very proud.
And 2 different systems that have Disney Plus on them. A Well, I don't know if the PS3 would have Disney Plus, but I know the
No.
Xbox One would.
PS3 can't have Disney Plus.
Yeah. So, anyway, I get it because like at first I was like, I'm gonna buy.
Yeah.
My buddy is a trucker, makes really good money. His wife makes good money when she's waiting tables and stuff like that. They make good money.
Mm-hmm.
He was at 63 hours Friday afternoon, and he still had to work on Saturday still. Yeah, as a trucker, local, so he gets paid hourly. Thank God.
Thank God.
Not by the mile, but yeah. They went out. They bought a house right before they got married. They got married. They bought some other things. They have a lot of nice things. He bought a brand new Ford SUV, big Ford SUV, brand new, fully loaded.
Ouch.
I've rode in it. It's very nice.
I would imagine.
But I have to pretend it's not very nice because otherwise when I get done riding in it and I have to drive home, I start crying to myself. Because there was a point in our friendship where I had the nicer car by a mile.
Well, and it's nice
but
feeling
now,
comfortable having.
Now he's got that money and he's saving.
Mm-hmm.
And he's saving.
Yep.
And I think we all do it. We get through that money where we get through that part where we're just like, I'm gonna fucking spend, I'm gonna fucking spend, I'm gonna fucking spend, I'm gonna fucking spend. All right, I bought everything I want.
Yeah.
Now I need to save.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And I think that's where I'm at. It's like I'm at this point where I'm comfortable where I'm at with what I have. I don't need anything pressing. Like, yeah, I could probably replace the floor in my kitchen, but I have plywood over it. I don't really need to. My house cost...
Ma'am, I'm going to say this about your house.
It's not worth replacing anything.
That when you sell that house, you're going to sell it to the company that's going to truck it out of there to put a brand new house in that lot.
Most likely. I mean, to be fair, I only paid $2,200 for the house, so it's not like...
You have gotten all of your money back out of that house.
Yeah, I've lived in it since 2016, so I mean, it's...
You've gotten more than that out. You could just give it to the park and be like, give me my last month of rent.
No. I'm going to make them buy it. Fuck them.
For $1?
Well, I don't know. We'll see. Now I'll sell it to someone else.
Another struggling single mom with
Fuck
a douchey ex-husband.
Fuck yeah. I mean...
Fat garbage.
That's the best way to do it because it's a great. I mean, I don't want to say it's a great starter home, but it's a decent.
You know what it's great for? 19-year-old girl ran away from home with her boyfriend. Just realized he was a massive douchebag. Here you go. Here's a house all to yourself.
Oh, I wish someone had that for me.
I know. That's why I said it.
But I'm in this place where it's like I'm good with money. I do deserve to take myself and do something nice like a cruise. But then
go on a fucking cruise, babe.
I don't want to feel bad for not taking my kids though.
Fuck that. My parents, when 1994, my mom and my dad and my grandma Alice and I drove all night to Charlotte, North Carolina on a Friday night. Saturday we were in town. We did shit. We went to this big expo center in the Charlotte area. And on Sunday, we went to the Coca-Cola World 600 where Jeff Gordon wins his first race ever. Mm-hmm. I was in attendance for that. I was sitting between turns 1 and 2.
Very nice.
I could not see any of the grandiose expedition on the front straightaway with the jumping motorcycles and the army demonstration or the paratrooper demonstration and everything else, which they kind of sucked. And it was about 155 fucking degrees because the race starts at dusk, so you get there at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, the hottest part of the fucking day for a race that starts at 6, ends at 10:30. And I think we drove back on Memorial Day.
Mm-hmm.
So, we went to that in 94. Mm-hmm. 1995, my parents said, no, we want to go without you guys. We want to explore Charlotte.
Right.
You go stay with Grandma and Grandpa.
Right. And I understand that.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? You're going to the race without me? I'm the only reason you guys even want to go to the races.
I know my parents have done stuff like that because I know my dad took an Alaskan cruise in 1995. So, like, I know my parents have done stuff like that. They've gone and done things without us, and that's fine.
I mean, I can think of about 3 or 4 vacations my parents went on without us.
But I don't, like, me and my kids haven't gone on a vacation since, like, 2018.
I will be honest. That was probably when I took, me and my ex-fiance, before she was my ex-fiance, I bought her the car. Mm-hmm. And
you guys went up to...
I co-signed on the car for her. That's how she got the car. Mm-hmm. It was the only way she was getting that car. And about 3 weeks later, we went up to Mackinac Island.
When did you do that, by the way?
2018.
Okay, but like when in 2018?
June was the car. July was the trip.
Oh, okay. We went in August of 2018 up to Mackinac.
No, we went in July.
Yep, August 16th to the 19th. It's saved as a trip in my
Very nice.
my thing.
Yeah, no.
Look how widow she was.
She was very little. She's probably more well behaved.
No.
No, okay, good.
No, she's still an ass.
Every time I take my daughter to Mackinac Island, I make her stand by the M185 mile marker because it's the only state highway in Michigan that doesn't have cars on it. So mile marker 0.
Oh, yeah.
I walk her up to it, and we do comparison pictures.
Nice.
Like marking the little notches on the.
Very nice.
Yeah. Anyway, if you do anything like that, we'd love to hear about it.
Yeah, you should tell us.
Yeah. But that was the last vacation we took. Yeah. Didn't do anything in 2019 because Dad was broke as shit. I went to the Indianapolis 500 because of my buddy Kyle.
Yep.
Thank you, Kyle.
And then in 2020, no one did fucking anything.
I did you.
In the end of 2009.
Middle to
September.
three-quarter mark.
Yeah.
And then, yeah.
Here we are.
I'm probably not going on a trip because I'm going to have a badass fucking bathroom in a couple weeks.
You are. You're going to stay here and enjoy it.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Zeke. I miss you, man, already.
Oh.
Yeah. So, I hope he's doing good.
I'm sure he is.
Yeah. But yeah, go on a fucking vacation.
Yeah.
Go on a vacation. Treat yourself. Here's the thing about family vacations. Family vacations are for families that can either afford it because they make that much fucking money or afford it because they can save that much money for months, years.
Yeah.
But a family vacation can just be something as fun as what my daughter, who you met today, her mother, her stepfather, and her baby sister, who, and you didn't believe me.
Mr. Beef!
Mr. Beef is here. I go to drop off my daughter's Chromebook charger, and I'm going to leave it on the porch, and all of a sudden I hear the garage door open as I pull up.
That was fun.
Because they're going to go outside.
Yep.
And first one out the door, of course, is the little sister. She's 3 now. And the garage door's opening up, and she sees the silhouette of my body. And she goes, "Oh, my gosh, Mr. Beef is here. Mom, Mr. Beef is here. Sister." And she calls her sister. She can pronounce her name, but she calls her sister. "Sister, your dad's here. Mr. Beef is here. Mr. Beef is here."
And then she's like trying to move the chair. What's Mr. Beef?
She's trying to move this full-size camping chair that's placed between the 2 cars in the driveway so she can't run out, because otherwise she will run out into the street.
Yeah, like all children.
Because she's 3.
Yeah, that's how that works.
And she's trying to move it, and I'm like, "Name, are you sure you're supposed to be moving that chair? I can move that chair because you're here." I'm like, "Kid, I'm not in charge of you."
Right? Like
Now, I can prevent you from running out into the street.
Yeah, I mean.
Because I can lift you up. And your mom would be like, "Why are you lifting her up?" I was like, "She was almost to the street." "Oh, okay. Name, don't do that." You know?
Child.
But I was just going to do a drive-by real quick. Like, "Hey, here's your charger. Cool, I'm out. You should have brought it with you on Friday."
Yeah.
But whatever. You know, I'm best dad ever. So we stuck and hung around. The more I think about it, the more I feel guilty about her outfit, calling it like
fancy on top.
She had a very polo. She had a polo
It
t-shirt
had little button downs
on top, and she had exercise shorts on the bottom.
She looks good though.
She did look good. I didn't say she didn't look good.
She looked like she was wearing a mullet. Business on top, party on bottom.
And her mom got a kick out of that.
As she should.
Yeah.
Because it was accurate. I was very accurate.
She didn't really get it, but then we were all kind of laughing. Like, it was funny. So, yeah. But anyway. And you didn't believe me when I say Mr. Beef. She only refers to me as Mr. Beef.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No. So, yeah, you got to meet my daughter's mom.
But, you know.
Her husband.
Yeah.
And her other daughter.
Well, I didn't really talk to her other daughter, but.
Well, I mean, she does. She only talks to me. If I'm there, she will only talk to me.
Well, you know, it's because you're awesome.
I'm the most interesting thing when she comes.
Yeah, but still feel bad for not taking my kids on vacation. Maybe I'll take my kids like to a hotel or something for a couple days.
So those people, they go to Great Wolf Lodge for a night. It's really expensive.
Yeah.
It's like $190 fucking bucks for 3 bedrooms or whatever, the kid's bed. But they go play in the water park. They do the story time with the wolf. My daughter still gets a kick out of it.
I should definitely take my kids to do that. That would be good.
That's a family vacation.
Maybe take them for like a whole weekend, Friday night, Saturday night.
Yeah, I've had to explain this to my daughter before. My sister has also gotten through the point where she's done. Well, she's not done buying everything, but she went from buying like $100 things to $25 things.
Yeah.
My sister deserves it though. Long story.
Yeah.
Not for this show. Personal long story. But she she'll go do things with her daughter. Drop a couple $100 on my niece.
Yeah.
And my niece has something cool.
Yeah.
They're only 7 months apart. That makes my daughter a little jealous. And I'm like, look, you drew the short stick.
Yeah.
When it came to the 2 parents you could have had on this DNA chain. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But you have the same grandparents, so you're always going to get the same equivalent, same things for Christmas.
Yeah. There's always going to be that level of
there's always going to be
fairness.
That equality. And if my niece gets something and my parents go, we think your daughter should have that too, what can we the 3 of us will brainstorm an idea.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll bring her mom in on it too. That's how she ended up with the Chromebook.
Yeah.
That she forgot the charger for.
Yeah.
We were like, we don't want her renting out a Chromebook from the school for the whole year.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll throw in $100 or $200. I'll pay half. Her mom goes, no. Just the fact that when you and your parents were talking about buying it for her made me realize this is a smart investment in our daughter.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, if she needs a replacement one, then I got to start coming up with some money.
Yeah.
That I have spent since then.
And I mean, I feel the same way about buying my son a tennis racket and buying him, jammers for swim and stuff like that. You put into your children what you need to, and I get that. And my kids always are like, Mom, we want to go do this, and Mom, we want to go do that. We want to go to Disney. And I'm like, bitch, that's a lot of fucking money. I'm not Disney rich, all right? I'm not like going to Disney rich. I wish I was. Like, my brother's gone to Disney. Him and his family have gone to Disney multiple times now. And they're Disney rich. Like, they can do that. Shut up. Don't you've gone twice. Fuck you. I've never been. And I'm fine with that. Like, I like amusement parks. I think they're fine. But I'm not, like, dying to go to Disney. Like, it's not...
And honestly, Disney was better when I went when I was 14 than it was when I was 11.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain times... Like, I went to Vegas when I was 16, 17.
Fuck to do in the parking lot.
I didn't do anything. No, was not Vegas. That was Mount Pleasant.
Oh.
Different story. But...
Casino.
Yeah, still casino. But, I mean, I enjoyed going to Vegas.
How come we haven't gone to Gun Lake?
I don't know. We should go sometime.
They would have gave us money.
We could go tomorrow morning.
It's too early.
No, it's not.
We have to get 12 and a half hours of sleep.
First of all...
It'll be 2 o'clock when we wake up.
No, it won't.
On your sleep schedule.
No. I already took a couple naps today. I'm good.
So get your facts straight.
I'm good. But, I mean, I feel bad. But I guess I could do the whole Great Wolf Lodge thing, and I guess the kids would probably definitely get a kick out of that. Water park... wolf story thing.
And it is not to be insulting, but with the sensory issues, your kids act a little bit younger than they actually are.
Yeah, for sure.
So they'll definitely get more of a kick out of going to a water park all day until they're fucking exhausted, than sitting with a cartoon wolf, a man in a suit, reading a story at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then for the first time ever, you're going to be there at 10 o'clock like, well, what the fuck do? I guess I'll sleep for 10 hours now also.
Yeah, I'm going to look into that. That would be nice this summer to do with my kids.
I'm not going.
Well, yeah.
You need a family vacation, the 3 of you.
But you could come.
No.
You could come.
No. Definitely not no. Assert ultimate dominance over both of your kids at the same time? No.
What do you mean? Just saying.
Your butt is bruised.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Don't tell people that.
Ma'am.
Sir.
My friends know more about my sex life than they ever wanted to know.
Well, that's their fault. The best
for
part
listening
is
to the show.
The best part is they don't believe you.
I know.
I think that's the best part. Like, the things you tell them, you're like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And you're like, nah, shut up, whatever. The stuff you guys talk about on the show is not real.
People on Reddit don't believe me either.
You're talking about me on Reddit, too?
No.
Okay.
No.
Don't lie.
Not bragging.
Okay.
Just, I also am going to get laid tonight. And then the next reply would be 2 guys who aren't actually getting laid tonight. Anyway.
And see, the best part is I tell my friends that I'm going to get railed, and they're like...
So get your facts straight.
They're like, yeah, we know. We figured. Yeah. they believe me. And then I message them afterwards.
Because control the sex.
I mean, that's accurate.
You do not message your friends.
I'm told... excuse me, hold on. I need you to see right here.
No. I'm...
Oh, here's it.
Ma'am,
Yesterday.
Okay.
Yesterday, where did it...
Which friend was it?
Marina.
Oh. Why isn't she listening to this show? I know she gets notifications.
See? I sent her a train track emoji and a sleepy emoji. Because that's what we were talking about. And she said,
for you.
And she said, oh my God, well, I bet you'll sleep good. I was like, yeah, but I can't sit for a while.
Good for you.
It is good for me.
We didn't even turn on the lava light.
It's a good day, though.
Lava lamp or the Christmas lights?
Whose fault is that?
Yours?
No.
Yeah.
How?
'Cause.
What?
I said so.
Okay. I mean, you can say whatever you want. I still have to make the bed.
You do.
I was totally
We
going
won't
to take a
talk
small
about that.
nap and make the bed.
No. You make the bed first, then take a small nap.
No, I said I was going to take when you were
While I
racing
was
your race.
racing, yeah.
I was going to take a small nap, and then I was going to get up and make the bed because I washed the sheets because the thing is all wonky on your bed, and I wanted everything to be nice, so I was going to do the bed. And then I slept for 45 minutes.
I led a 25-minute timed race for 24 minutes.
And then you lost.
And 58 seconds.
To
be fair, I actually led for longer than that.
Yeah.
But
second place is the first loser.
I had a 1 second lead.
Yeah.
Going into the final lap, I caught 2 lap cars at inopportune times. He caught up, and the last corner was the only part of the track where he was faster than me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where he made his pass.
Of course he did.
On the outside of all things. But
Bitch.
when I realized he was going the outside, I gave him room because I was like, I'm not going to make him run off. He's going to run for the finish line. And I'm not going to protest him if he passes me off track. He's got to run on the outside on a road course. He's going for it.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him room. We're going to race it.
And then he kicked your butt.
Even if I would have hit my shift right, he had enough speed. He beat me by enough. I was not going to beat him.
Yeah. He
got me.
Did you guys talk about it? Like, did you?
Well, so he doesn't have the headset.
Oh, lame.
So, we had a good text.
Very nice.
Conversation like, hey man, good race. Yeah, you too.
Very nice.
I was proud of myself though. I led a lot of laps.
I'm very proud of you too.
After getting my ass whipped in my league race. Whomped myself.
Well,
I'm better at this next track though.
There you go.
Is that it for the show tonight?
I mean, it's almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
If someone ain't got enough stuff to listen to now, they've got a problem.
Is there something we were supposed to do?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
Shit.
I feel like there was something we were supposed to do.
I feel like it too. Like there's something big.
Yeah.
What could it be?
My dick?
I mean,
your tits?
Those are.
My stomach?
No, I mean.
Yeah.
Mine. I mean.
There's something we were supposed to do.
I don't know. I feel.
I didn't make show notes. This week.
Of course not. I mean, have we ever had show notes?
Sometimes.
You might have like a list in your head.
I used to have a list on my phone.
What would you do with that?
I stopped making a list.
Oh.
I do a lot of things for the show.
You do 90% of the things for the show.
You could do the topic list.
I should not.
You should. You could at least give us some talking points for the week.
I do give us some talking points. They're my tits.
After I bring them up.
Should I maybe check the show page?
I feel like there was something we were supposed to do.
There was something we were supposed to do.
Oh, Lord. People are getting pissed off now.
Only if they're actually listening and caring.
I know Jim's listening all the way. By the way, I found out listening to Sports, ? With Katie Nolan, penguins do have knees.
Yeah, they're just up in their belly.
No,
Well, their stuff hangs so low.
I know, but penguins do have knees.
Yes,
Fun
they do.
fact.
Fun fact.
You should listen to Katie Nolan's podcast.
No, thank you.
I would like to be a guest on there,
I bet you would.
but I know less about the common ESPN esports than she does.
Oh, see,
Actually, she knows a lot. That's the thing.
I checked.
Yeah, you did check.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Would you like me to say it?
I'm trying to find something.
You're not finding it very well, are you?
Drum roll.
Drum roll, please.
Where's the drum roll?
It ran away.
Oh, 10-second drum roll. Here we go. Cool. 10-second drum roll. You ready?
No.
The big announcement. Any guesses?
No clue.
You're not pregnant.
I'm not.
We're not
No, I'm not
engaged.
pregnant. I'm not.
You're definitely not pregnant.
I mean, I could be engaged.
You're not.
I'm not.
Not to me.
Not just. You're the only one I'd want to be, so.
Shitty life.
No, shut up.
All right, here
Best
we go.
boyfriend ever. 10 seconds is too long. But we gotta wait for the crescendo.
On June 5th, about 7 p.m., we are going live and sitting on the couch next to Kate.
Oh!
You ruined it. All of it.
No, I didn't ruin it. Sitting on the couch next to Lisa,
Uh-huh.
the man whose girlfriend's name I fucked up all week.
Yes, you did, because you're special.
Her name is the name that I said.
Okay, well, I'll believe that.
Sitting on the couch next to Lisa is going to be our man, Preston Rapp.
Yay! I'll finally get to meet
that
your
didn't
friends.
There's the big show announcement. We're going to have a guest in the studio, which means I have to clean my fucking house. Oh, my God.
You'll survive.
Ah, fuck. You better start helping. We got to get working on it now.
I mean,
Now.
now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we should do that, huh?
We should do a lot of things.
Bed's not made. Sorry, babe. Facebook.com/beefandlisa. You can email us, beefandlisa@gmail.com. If you actually want to watch the fight between Lisa and I on July 17th, you have to subscribe on Patreon, patreon.com/beefandlisa. It only costs $1. Thank you all so much for listening.
Thanks.
Have a good night and a good week.
Bye.